The central element of the painting, the broken frame, is a broken wooden frame, standing alone in an open landscape. The frame's structure suggests it was once a billboard or a signpost, now abandoned and weathered by time. It could have supported a canvas, a message, or an image that has long since disappeared, leaving only the skeletal remains of its former purpose. The background is a vast and rugged landscape, painted in earthy tones with hints of blue, evoking the feeling of a dry, arid environment. The presence of water in the lower portion contrasts with the barren land, as if nature is reclaiming what was once man-made. Faint outlines of figures, faces, and objects seem to emerge from the textures of the land, hinting at the remnants of stories past. The scattered debris and barbed wire reinforce a sense of desolation, but also one of quiet persistence. Life continues, even when structures fall. Is the frame a relic of human ambition? A monument to something that once stood tall and proud, but has now faded into obscurity? Or does it symbolize the transient nature of art itself, its impermanence, its vulnerability to the forces of time and nature? In Zen philosophy, emptiness is not a void, but a space full of potential. The broken frame, standing against the landscape, becomes a metaphor for this idea. It no longer holds an image, yet within that emptiness lives endless possibility. It is an open invitation for the mind to wander, to imagine what was once there, or what could still be. The structure's decay is a reminder of Mujo, the Japanese concept of impermanence. Nothing is fixed. Everything is in a constant state of change. What was once a sign, a piece of art, or a marker of something important has now become part of the scenery, blending into the natural order. To resist change is to suffer. To accept it is to flow with the Tao. The broken frame resonates with hexagram 23, Po, splitting apart, which symbolizes decay, disintegration, and the natural breakdown of things over time. However, this hexagram also carries the seed of renewal. Things must fall apart to make way for new beginnings. The frame, though shattered, still stands, hinting at resilience and the potential for something new to take its place. Another relevant hexagram is hexagram 41, Sun, Decrease, which speaks of letting go of excess to find clarity. The missing sign or artwork may represent the shedding of unnecessary attachments, revealing something deeper beneath. In its absence, the landscape itself becomes the art. What was once framed and contained is now boundless. Lao Tzu teaches that what is missing often defines what is present. A bowl is useful because of its empty space, and a door is valuable because it allows passage. The broken frame, too, is significant not because of what it holds, but because of what it does not hold. It draws attention to the surrounding landscape, reminding us that meaning is not always in the object itself, but in the space it creates. The soft overcomes the hard, says the Tao Te Ching. The land, shaped by wind and water, eventually overtakes all structures. Nothing artificial stands forever against the forces of nature. What remains is not resistance, but integration. From an existentialist perspective, the broken frame represents the dissolution of imposed narratives. We often seek meaning in signs, structures, and symbols. But what happens when those markers disappear? What remains when we remove the labels, the messages, the carefully constructed identities? This approach to Buddhism encourages questioning rather than accepting predefined answers. This artwork invites that same inquiry. What was here before? What remains now? And what, if anything, must be reconstructed? We emphasize the beauty of rawness and imperfection. The broken frame, in its incompleteness, carries more emotion than a pristine structure ever could. It speaks to the essence of creative work. Things are always in flux, unfinished, and evolving. The empty space where an image once existed forces the viewer to engage, to fill in the blanks with their imagination. We suggest that rather than seeing the broken frame as a loss, we view it as an opening. What new possibilities emerge from this disruption? What does the absence of an image make us feel? In art, as in life, what is removed is just as important as what remains. The broken frame is a paradox. It is both a remnant of the past and an invitation to the future. It stands as a marker of impermanence, a reminder that nothing lasts forever, yet it also sparks curiosity and engagement. What was once a confined image has now expanded, allowing the natural world to take its place. Whether it was a billboard, a painting, or a simple structure with a forgotten function, its presence now is more meaningful than ever. It teaches us to embrace the fleeting nature of all things, to find beauty in decay, and to appreciate the way time reclaims what we try to hold on to. Consider something in your life that has been broken or lost. Rather than focusing on its absence, ask yourself, what has it left behind? What new space has it created? Go to a place where something old has been overtaken by nature, an abandoned building, a forgotten path, a rusted sign, and observe how time has changed it. What stories does it tell now? Art, like life, is about seeing, not just what is there, but what could be there. What new meaning can you find in what remains?